Thanks. It's very small, but precious to me. You know, this hasn't happened in a while, but I just, on an aeroplane, my first aeroplane ride in quite a while, watched All That Jazz, a film by Bob Fosse. I have a friend who got a graduate degree in film studies, and he knows all of these things that I didn't know, but maybe I did. You know, kind of like the boy being walked through the agora and understanding plane geometry just by being asked questions about how does this happen, how does that happen. So I was describing a film to him once, The Little Foxes, as a matter of fact, which is such a play. It's like a play, but the movie got turned into a movie, like a picture. And so there's a scene where Betty Davis is being shot from over her shoulders, and you see her brothers coming down, and it's this exceptionally beautiful shot, just made nothing of. It's just, here's a couple seconds where you might notice it, you might not. And my friend said this was called the invisible hand of the director, where you don't see what the director's doing because the director was being hired by a studio to work with actors hired by a studio, to work with all kinds of people as part of the studio system. So you couldn't be too artsy-fartsy. Okay, Bob Fosse, kind of like this too, because my friend pointed out that Fosse got nominated for a directing Oscar, I think, almost every time he went to bat in Hollywood. All That Jazz? Oh my goodness. It's a really, 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 really good movie. Notice how many cuts he does, but you have to stop and notice it because they're so smooth that you're just watching Anne Reinking, just doing things. And then if you notice, the camera's coming on a dolly underneath her feet, and then you're seeing her over the top of the dance floor, and then you're seeing this, that, and the other. Just watch it. Notice the people on point doing Fosse choreography with bent knees on point. I mean, I don't even know enough about dance to use the right terminology for this. I was in a play with grown-ups and kids. Between the matinee and the evening performance, some grown-ups said, well, we're around the corner from this theater. Let's go see All That Jazz. And one of the grown-ups in the cast made us all call our parents to ask if we could have permission to see an R-rated movie. So I called my parents. I knew they had seen the movie. In fact, they had said, we wish we could take you to it, but some of the best dancing is done bare-breasted, which is true. And I went to the movie and was entranced. Jessica Lange giving her best performance ever because Fosse just doesn't have her move. He has her wearing this veil, and she seems so elegant because she doesn't have that kind of jerky movement that she has. And there's Roy Scheider, who's not a dancer, who wanted to dance and sing, because why not? Why not? I just did Jaws. I'll do All That Jazz. Why not? It's not going to be that much of a challenge playing a sort of thinly disguised version of Bob Fosse with Bob Fosse directing and choreographing me. That won't be so hard. It's an astonishing accomplishment. And I remember after the movie, my mother quizzing me. Who's the woman wearing white? She was the angel of death. Well, what's happening? Well, she's seducing him. Why? Well, because he's a very sexualized character, and so, of course, death would take the form of a beautiful woman who's seducing him. Why is she seducing him? Because she's death, and he dies at the end of the movie. How do you know that? Because he's going down this long tunnel. Oh, and that's death? Well, that, and also the fact that they kiss. It's the kiss of death. Such a big fat burn. You think I can't go see an R-rated movie? Show me another.